Two groups of events are on the calendar this weekend for locations near Roxbury and Jamaica Plain. One is a celebration Saturday, August 8th in Egleston Square, and the other is a public art event at the Franklin Park Art Grove. We'd like to welcome the coordinator for the Art Grove, Diana Vertus, and the executive director of Egleston Square Main Street, Luis Edgardo. Cotto, thank you both very much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
I want to start with Diana. This sounds the most novel to me, turning Franklin Park into an art grove. What does that mean?
Well, what it means is we're bringing public art to our urban parks. We're using a space in Franklin Park that's unique, that's actually never been used before, and we're transforming this space. We will have 11 installations, and it will be up in the park until the end of the month of August.
So which part of the park are you talking about?
The part of the park is called Valley Gates Lot, and people are more familiar with where the Kite Festival is, and it's behind usually where the Kite Festival is.
So how is this going to make the experience in the park different for people?
I believe it's going to make the experience different for people because this is, like I said, it's a space that people are not familiar with. People don't even notice it's a space actually, so we're inviting them to this space and letting them know like, hey, this is someplace that you could experience in Franklin Park. And also there's beautiful features in that park that people may not have experienced, so we're just opening up the space and just showing them something new and showing them beautiful art in our space.
We're going to come back to some more about Luis. Talk about how you want to change the feel of Egleston Square for people who think of just a bunch of these storefronts here, right?
Exactly. This is we've been working on placemaking initiatives going back a year and a half now since I've been there, and this was a perfect example of the geographic location where Egleston is, right on Roxbury, Jamaica Plain, where, you know, when you start programming arts events, you only have 12 Saturdays, 12 weekends to do it during the summer. So any given Saturday weekend, you'll have a bevy of different things happening. And that's what's happening now. So what we're doing is trying to point to all the little things that are happening within Egleston, and I did the little Google Map thing, 15-minute walk from the brewery where the farmers market is up to Franklin Park, and in between is the heart of Egleston Square, where we're having our monthly music series with 2 performances. And then by the way, at 8 p.m. at Urbano Project back at the brewery, there's a wonderful musician from Puerto Rico, a group from Puerto Rico called Mijo de la Palma, who will be performing down there. So from 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, up until 8 in the evening, within a 15-minute walk, there are at least 6 different artistic events that you can go to.
Talk about how you at least imagine this changing the feel of things. I think a little bit of Porch Fest, because it's not just these isolated performers. You're out in the street, there are all these different kinds of people, and you just go with the flow.
Exactly. Our second month was in conjunction of the music series was in conjunction with Porch Fest, and yes, our businesses did well because of all the people that came up. We had about 6 or 8 in Egleston Square proper, but the people who came up and went, oh, this is Egleston Square, this is a Peace Garden, this is pretty awesome. Look forward to seeing how many come back now in August this weekend.
Now, you know, talk about this section of Franklin Park and some of the features, because a lot of people go, well, that's the zoo, that's the golf course, but you know, there are some other things of interest here.
Yeah, there is some other things of interest. For instance, like where one of the installations going to be is original design of Olmsted. It's a beautiful wall. There's all different types of live performances that we're going to have in the park as well. We're going to have Eve Franklin, who has a slave cabin, and she's going to do narratives from African American poetry. We also have Desired Lines with LaMerche Frazier, which is a partnership with the Williams Charter House and the youth program at Artward Bound. And we're really excited about that. And we have a lot of fun, different things going on. We have live music, entertainment, fashion show, teen programming as well. So we have a lot of
What kind of things
going
for
on.
teens are you talking about?
Okay, we have face painting, we have henna tattoos, we have okay, so this event is for the teens, led by the teens. And one of my teen coordinators was called Kayla, who orchestrated everything, and it's called A Dream Within a Dream. We also have a fashion show, and we also have a modern dance performance by Stage Cultural Arts Dance Company.
Why do you think it's important for people to have something like this going on in the park? Because I imagine a lot of this is organized by people who live near it. They go there every so often, and they probably enjoy it thoroughly already. So why is this such a big deal?
I think it's a big deal because events like this, we always see it in Boston or in Boston Common or Lawn on the D. This is nothing we've ever seen in our local communities in Roxbury and JP. So we think it's important to let people know that we can bring these events to Franklin Park. We can bring these events to our local neighborhoods so people could experience these different types of events.
Luis, isn't that precisely what you're doing here too? Because you got some great music lined up and the farmers market. What you mean? There's a great combination there.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I happen to be on the selection committee for the Art Grove, and I have to say that these weren't like this isn't an artist who says, "Oh, I have this piece. Would you accept this piece?" These were artists who put works together, installations or performances specifically for the space. They did a walkthrough of the space at Franklin Park. They envisioned different things and said, this is what I want to do. So we picked about 10 to 15 artists and groups of artists who are just going to do incredible things, from big puppetry to like a camera obscura on the park. And again, it's just up School Street. It's literally one walk from the Peace Garden up School Street to Franklin into the park proper to have access to incredible music and incredible art performances.
Okay. And Diana, what's the best time and the exact place again for people to go to, and your Facebook locus too?
Yes, so our event is August 8th and 9th, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 6. People can find us at the Valley Gates Lot, and it's also called Franklin Park Wilderness Picnic Grove, located at 1 Circuit Drive. They can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram under Franklin Park Art Grove.
All right, and Luis, and up in Egleston Square,
Yeah, egglestonsquare.org. Our Twitter is EgglestonSQ, and Facebook, anyone can just look up Egleston Square Main Street, and we try to put as much as we can out there.
Thank you both very much, Luis
Thank
Edgardo Cotto and Diana Vertus. And up ahead, we'll have the report from Dorchester with Bill Forey.